show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know. You're so frightened, you can't even make a sound. It seems you
I'm gonna have to watch it on my phone because for whatever reason it will take a while before I'm able to watch it.
The time for
Actual stream
this
because
starts
this
now.
is a bitch.
You better entertain me to the fullest.
I get to cut the Tanaka.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's... Ah! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me
Oh,
to
that was
through
quick.
those words. No, the reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
Yes, I do.
I'm sorry, but I learned the ways of the Pecco. You cannot win.
Yeah, no, ain't no Pecco now, actually.
There's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped
But
away.
no, when I said that, I actually meant it. Something funny that could happen, and this happened to me. If you let that first remark slide because you think it's too early, you'll advance on like you would inside of a normal statement. However, there'll be no things for you to slash, so you'll just be stuck in an endless fucking loop where he says he's using 60% of his power. You can't break that statement.
Bruh.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but... Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all. Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far. Aside from Nikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Nikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
If the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then, but regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
The Gundam Tanaka wants to fuck with you guys because he is bored.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Bruh. It was by suicide. It's punishment time. Monami starts getting fucked.
I mean, it's better than Alter Ego.
Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's dead, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko,
and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right? That's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with. She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive. When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking...
That is so weird.
Because we're one of the very first people to bring up that, like, because of the despair disease, any amount of fucking bullshit can happen.
That is so cancer. But the thing is, it definitely could happen because somebody could have just relayed an entire plan and just told her to do it.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw? According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was. So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place. But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then, we just have to find the person who doesn't...
You know, if I
have
know
an
anything
alibi
about
for
hanging yourself, it
suicide?
takes a decent while for you to lose consciousness, so... Are they saying that she snapped her own neck with the fucking jump?
That is the best way to get hanged. But, the Monokuma file said, they both died from, being strangled. And one had a laceration on the throat. But they both had crushed windpipes.
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Because I was saying, if you didn't, just instantly kill yourself, sitting around hanging like that, there's a decent chance Hajime could have got there and seen Ibuki struggling.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those
I'd be
afflicted
kind
by
of
the disease,
confused.
if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
Well,
I
you have to
have
keep
an
saying your
alibi.
statement.
Yeah, I was
That's all
thinking
I'm
about
saying.
shooting it with the bullet that I have, because
Totally sleeping
Beacon is my
Everyone
alibi.
at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed... What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi...
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. Oh, hey, look, it's daytime.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
You know, minus the psychopathic part, you talk a lot like Nagito.
We even woke up together that
No
night.
need.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime. Too much info.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
Didn't she specifically say that you'd be on bottom next time?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it the second time she was still on top?
Well, I mean... Shut up.
Okay, in her defense, she passed out from exhaustion from constant work, but still.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was? Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Oh boy.
Hiya!
Stop it!
Well, I know that I'm tired. I don't think that you are. Let's get this done, though. Done.
Kuri, wanna leave me?
I will not leave until this is over. I'm going to have complete utter cancer when we come back.
So where is Nekokuma?
We don't talk about that part. I'm still trying to figure out what Nekokuma looks like. It said Nekokuma.
Yeah, that's the one I wanted it to be called.
Now I'm just imagining Monokuma with the cat ears. This has gone nowhere.
What a disappointment!
Resume.
I'm Monami. Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation. Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this? We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead. No! This definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
Don't forget to save frequently. I don't do that ever.
Huh. It suddenly got quiet in here.
Haven't you learned from your Pokemon playthrough that saving is everything? How would you learn from the amount of weight that I saved that you need to save?
But the game does it for me. I don't think I've screwed up too hard yet.
If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
Man, this again.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and
Swear to
killed
God,
me
if we get to
too.
the very end of an investigation and not
that
get to the
happens,
save point on the
the
trial before
invitation
you
would have been
explode, I'm gonna want to
perfect.
die.
So why didn't they do that?
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's
That
rule.
rule was too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
It's not just that.
I need to
Come
make
on.
sure that's part of my
Try to remember
repertoire.
the content of the movie.
Brr.
About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right?
You ever realize that Nagito is literally the
That
fucking
Hyoko's
muffin
body was
from the
suspended by
SDF
common
films?
household duct tape.
Please somebody kill me.
Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows. Well,
You
that's
got hurt
probably
for a
it,
muffin?
but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If
Why don't you let me
falsifying the
die?
murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
I'm saying, Hyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions? It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
strange details. Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hiyoko go to the music venue?
So, you're saying the
I
truth
could
behind
never
Hyoko's
imagine
murder is hidden?
Gundam inside of anything language besides English. This English voice actor does him so much justice.
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My four dark devas of destruction are getting riled.
Okay, I have no idea.
Why did Hiyoko go to the music venue? There's no way he'd know that!
Not gonna lie, this one's kind of obvious.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
Or she was guided by the will of causality.
Why did Hiyoko go to the music venue? There's no way he'd know that!
Do I
the
even
killer
have the
summoned
right
her.
bullet?
If that's not... Maybe she got a... No, maybe.
Yes.
She went of her own free will.
This is a really simple one.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I was like, I want to shoot Sonia's bullet with Sonia's statement with the bullet I had, but I was kind of thinking about it and I got confused.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Cause Sonia's an
Hiyoko locked
asshole.
herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know?
I'm just saying, literally all of this could have been avoided if Sonia just went over and grabbed the mirror for Hiyoko.
Who has come to see me? Dang, bro, you be having Kuri what with these streams? I know, right? He is beyond ecstatic.
The amount of ecstatics that I've had is quite extreme. It used to just be called Kuri Happy, but ever since he got to the second game, the boner's gotten too big.
The swing is too big for the pants.
Swing. Oh, I love Ahsoka so much, man.
I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
Hiyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hiyoko got abducted.
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious.
And then I'm just out here watching Black Clover.
Hey, you're making Mark ecstatic. Giving him the wet.
Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that.
I won't lose.
Uh-oh.
Are you saying my gut was wrong? This will be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
Mark, I'd wet by just seeing me. Elbow cough, elbow cough. I see. That just makes sense.
You realize this poor man hasn't had anybody but me with him for the longest time? I'm pretty sure anybody else but my crusty ass makes him wet.
Hey, it's only crusty because you can't afford the water bill.
No, that's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now. Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted.
The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room.
Forcibly abducted her.
The girl is so small and weak.
And that's why the killer targeted her.
But Hiyoko's room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
There's no reason for
Why
the
is
killer
there
to
so
put
much
the key in
advance?
Hiyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up.
There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up.
She fought the killer.
Nah, I don't think so.
That's the proof she was abducted, right? My gut is totally right after all.
I want to die because I feel like I need Sonya's account.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's. Her kimono was all messed up.
Try this one. It was incorrect.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up. Hold on. Her kimono was all messed up.
The letter. Shut up.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono.
There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up.
She fought the killer. That's the proof she was abducted, right?
Freak.
My gut is totally right after all. Hold on. Try remember it. Her kimono.
There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up.
She fought the killer.
The surveillance audit video only shows the other.
Hold on.
I don't
Try
know the
remembering
answer.
Hiyoko's body. Her kimono.
There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up.
She fought the killer. Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono.
Wait,
There's
what?
only one reason her kimono would be that messed up.
She fought the killer.
Allow me to cut through
Where the
those
frick
words.
did I get Sonya's account from? I've been trying to... That's what I've been thinking I needed the whole
The
time.
reason Hiyoko's kimono was messed
Wait,
up
you're
is
telling
because
me
she
that
wasn't
you
able to
just...
properly wear it.
I was like, what the fuck, do you dislike Sonya so much that you refuse to use her account? What the
I thought
fuck?
the only accounts I saw was Mikon's and Fuyuhiko's, so I was like, I need Sonya's.
Wear her kimono?
I legit
It's
thought
also
you
the
were
reason
like
why
doing
she
some
decided
weird
to go out
blood
on her
shit.
own.
I was just like, what the fuck? What's the
I was so
actual fuck?
confused. Maybe I just didn't reread the other account. Because I was like, I have Mikon's and Fuyuhiko's, and I don't need either one of those.
Kyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room.
Well, this damage can be recovered. I don't think you have to do another Hangman's
That is
Gambit
why
for a
I
bit.
informed her.
Maybe.
I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something something.
I see, Soda.
Then,
No.
the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there.
I can't
there is
tell if
no
you
way
were
I could
agreeing with
predict the day
Hajime
she
or
would
not
arrive.
liking his statement.
The answer is incorrect.
I see, so... no.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters
So
6 feet
Hajime said
under.
hell no at the same time, so I couldn't tell who you were not agreeing with.
It seems you have quite the fashion sense. Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake.
Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course.
He will
I've
die.
already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Coincidence?
Coinky dink.
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head, and without hesitation,
Killed Hiyoko.
because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan. Do you have any ideas?
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
Did Mekomaru do it?
This entire chapter is cancer.
I was still wondering where the rope came from, and I just see Monami swinging in the background. It was Mekomaru.
Hey, Nagito, any ideas?
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
Oh, am I allowed to speak? I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers. So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Huh? Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
That's strange. That's very strange.
This is strange? Well, what's strange?
You've probably already noticed this on countless other cases, but Nagito tends to act like an idiot just so you get the right idea.
Crap!
Oh. I guess that was not the correct answer.
I can prove it with this. If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all. You noticed such a small detail! How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate!
Yep, first try, Nagito, yep.
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder? Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it. Unless there was something funny
Well,
about
the
that
idea of
video.
Nagito just listening to everybody and being like, oh, wait, you forgot this here. You might want to come back to this.
I see. So there was
Nagito
some
looks
kind
at you
of
saying
trickery
something
in
completely
that video.
incorrect. Yes, go back to this topic.
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands.
Not my fingers. I have butter fingers.
As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do or don't, but oh well. You should get started already.
Yeah, I'll definitely try. Damn it!
Brett.
Damn it!
Like, what have we been talking about the entire time?
Oh wait, maybe it's the stepladder.
Yeah, no, the thing we've been talking about the entire time.
No, I was like, there was no hair.
Strange about that video.
Frick. And then I was like, wait, she has her fingernails painted, and then I clicked on her hands, and it was like, wait, frick, that wasn't it either.
Can you explain it to us?
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital. There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean. That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
I am so confused on what you're trying to check.
I really don't know if this matters, but the person looks like they were slightly taller than the stepladder.
Besides Nekomaru, basically everybody has similar heights and weights. Using the hospital gown, you could easily cover that up.
Well, you can. It was just something I was trying to look at.
I know, I was just bringing up how come that would be a little bit of a
The video
problem.
was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Wait, are you saying there were two stepladders?
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue. What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right? That's amazing, Chiaki. All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
What are you two talking about?
Oh god.
I hope you got your HP back. Oh, wait!
I'm totally not confused right now.
Are you not going to take any guesses?
I'm trying to remember what that room was called. I meant to press X on that, no. You pressed the wrong button.
Did you figure out the word?
Figured out the first word.
What's a word that starts with L that can be used to describe an area?
Hold on. Okay, maybe I can understand what you're saying now.
What is a word that starts with L that can be used to describe an area? Did you get it?
No. Frick.
I mean, it looks like you figured out what the word is. I have found that if you let too many letters get on screen at once, it tends to cause chaos. In other words, I just kill every single letter I see as soon as I see it. That's what helps me the most.
That's right. Besides the stepladder, the filming location must have been different too.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music venue. It was filmed somewhere else.
Anyways, I hope you're good at Logic Dive, because you're doing that again.
Display footage captured by the music.
Then, there's a
Oh, boy.
possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
How's your logic feeling, buddy?
Stupid.
You see, that's the exact opposite of what I was hoping for. Fuck.
I did not jump. Wait, what? Frick. I have fallen.
So, when you're thinking, does your brain also go into an endless void where you're skating down it to try and figure out exactly what the question is?
There's a reason why I like to stop at the question.
I'm just saying that this isn't exactly how I picture my brain.
Yeah, I was like, I want to go blue, and then I was like, frick. I was too far down.
Still got another question to do when you're low on time. Try not to fall anymore. Don't have time to be slowing down. Run!
We will never give up.
We will never give up. Bruh. I have fallen.
So, you weren't kidding when you said you were never good at the game run.
Yeah. I played balloons instead.
I'm just saying, during the next trial, you might want to buy a few of the abilities that make the logic dive easier.
Also think I'm pressing the jump button too late.
I would assume so. But yeah, you just lost like a full minute, so go as fast as possible.
Wait, what?
Yeah, don't forget, you're on a time limit, buddy.
I have fallen. I keep dying. I think they changed the questions. Or the answers, I mean.
They changed on which side they are and what colors they are. They don't change the color. They don't change the question or the answers to said question.
Well, I wasn't, since you told me to go faster, I just wasn't remembering any of the, what I was reading or what I was looking at. I was just remembering the colors I went to.
Yeah, no, I think that they might have thought that you would have tried to do that, and I think that's why they changed it.
Or I'd be like, go faster, I'd be like, okay, I won't read.
Reading and doing things at the same time comes second nature to me. I didn't think that would be hard.
I don't read fast. I mean, I can read fast, it just takes me a second to think about what I just read. Like, I can read the whole question before I even get to the answers. It's just I don't have my answer to the question until I'm like about to get to the answers. Yeah, I, like, got my answer, like, at the end of the and I was like, well, frick, I am here now. Is it this one? It was not correct. Wait, no, I didn't answer this one. I ran out of time when I got here.
The audio is completely fucked, so I don't know.
To what?
The audio is completely fucked.